Hi there. Thanks for tuning in. Elvira is here helping you connect the dots between mind and body. I read a little headline and subtitle of a report this morning. The 2024 Medscape report reports that 50% of all the doctors suffer from burnout. That's not such a good one, but it's understandable because there is so much less medical staff in the world, nurses. Apparently there is a screaming shortage for that, but the doctors as well. And so the wait time to see your doctor, this is very comical in my book, is 26 days. So what does that tell you? That tells you that you've got to do everything possible to be healthy, stay healthy, prevent any kind of diseases, because it takes a month to see somebody. And then what? You have an appointment and you have 15 minutes to say something, and then they determine what is wrong with you and they prescribe you a drug from the Merck manual. It's a very, very thick book, Merck manual. And off you go. Off you go. That's how it is. I mean, you really think that's healthcare? Not in my book. But here is what Hippocrates said a couple of 100 years before Christ. He said, if you are not your own doctor, you are a fool. Excuse me. Meaning you have to, first of all, take care of that body, that beautiful, gorgeous, magnificent body of yours. We don't put heavy diesel fuel in a jet fighter, do we? Consider yourself a jet fighter and you're putting diesel fuel in there. How is that working? Not. So you've got to not only put really good food in yourself, but you've got to do the maintenance like they do the maintenance on the jet fighters. Every time they do one flight, they sort of take the engine halfway apart again to check that everything is good, lubing this, cleaning that, whatever. Do you do that to yourself? Do you really do the maintenance on yourself? Do you take your rest? Do you take your walk? Do you do your exercises? Do you take your peace? Do you do your meditations? It's all part of the maintenance. So that's the food and that. But there's also a part, it's called the mental wellness. The mental health, the mental wellness. You know, when you have I presume you have a computer, and otherwise you have a cell phone, every so often on the computer you have to get a new hard drive or new software. Your cell phone is outdated. The memory is full or whatever, so you exchange that. With your computer, you update the software. Do you do that with yourself? Do you update your software there? Are you constantly engaged in learning new things about how to think, how to keep healthy, how to have a different viewpoint of anything? I mean, it is so very important because, you know, I read the other line, and it's one of the lines that I have hanging around in my desk. It's what Voltaire, he was a French philosopher. I think he lived in the 1600s, 17th century. And he said, and I liked it. It's just, it's so up my tree. You have no idea. Doctors, in those days, they had doctors as well. Doctors prescribe medicine of which they have little knowledge for diseases of which they have also little knowledge in human beings of which they know nothing. And that has to do, for the major part, and you come on to my pet peeve, is the mindset. Every disease starts in the mind, starts in your thoughts, starts in your emotions. Thoughts and emotions are like Velcro together. That's just like, you cannot separate them, separate the two. And when you have happy thoughts, when you feel happy, you vibrate at a much higher vibration than when you are not. And Dr. David Hawkins, who was a psychiatrist who unfortunately left the planet in 2012, he was born something 1927, and he actually lived in Sedona here in Arizona, and he dedicated his life, he was a psychiatrist, he dedicated his life for a large part for results, but he dedicated his life to the vibration of emotions. And very interesting. I honestly have to tell you, I have not yet read his book completely, but I have a fairly good understanding of what he's talking about. And he created the map of consciousness. Google it, map of consciousness. And what comes up is a upside down pyramid, and he lists the vibration of emotions. Shame has a vibration of 20, the bottom of the pit. Courage has a vibration of 200. Oh, it's shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, proud. You just do the rest, and then you know what? You get over 250, it's neutrality. Love is 500, and peace is 600. Joy is 540. Enlightenment, which so few reach, is 700. When you are living in that vibration, you are healthy. You honestly are healthy. You keep your body healthy. We're not talking about when you fall off the cliff, but then again, what were you thinking when you were at the edge of the cliff? Because nothing is an accident. You plan it in one way or another. Whole different chapter here. So looking back to what is going on, so many doctors are burned out. You know what? I really encourage you to take real good care of that thing that you call you. Take care of it, pamper it, love it, appreciate it. You're worthy. I believe in you. You are a winner. You are a success. And write those affirmations out every single day. I do that every morning. One sheet of paper, I write, I am this, I am a winner. I am proud of myself. I am delightful. I am enough. I am good. I'm slim, slender, sexy, strong. You can do the same. Just whoosh. And in the beginning, you have a little bit of a challenge, but the longer you do it, the better you get it. And it's really going well. And you believe it. That's the major part. You got to feel it. You got to believe it. You've got to do that. And you've got to look in the mirror in those beautiful eyes of you, and say like, I really love you. Because the happier you are with yourself, the healthier you are, the less you have to have the frustration of ever going to a doctor and wait for a month and either croak or you just get over the disease. That's probably the best. Just doctor yourself. That's the best. So I appreciate you tuning in. Leave me a comment, ask me questions. I'm here to help you create, improve your life in one way, another one, whoosh, going up. That's what I'm all here for. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.